While the government has planned to expand and apply quarantine passes, certification of vaccination, oral verification for teenagers aged between 12 and 18 as well, about 452 12th graders along with other citizens recently filed a constitutional petition with regards to this action. The claimant argues that the compulsory vaccination measures are unconstitutional, as it violates individuals' freedom in the Constitution. But what does unconstitutional mean? Unconstitutionality. The Constitution is the highest standard that guarantees the basic sense of membership of the state and the rights of its people. However, when these constitutional laws and regulations do not fit along, they are to be called unconstitutional. Since the Constitution is the highest standard of a state, laws made by the National Assembly, presidential and prime ministerial ordinances made by the administration must all be made within the boundaries of the Constitution. Then how can we know whether it is unconstitutional? In Korea, the Constitutional Court makes the judgment. The Constitutional Court is an independent organization separate from the court, and 9 judges would examine the unconstitutionality of each case based on the Constitution. When there are more than 6 of the 9 judges acknowledge the unconstitutionality in the law, it will be decided as unconstitutional. If there is an unconstitutional decision, any relevant legal provisions will immediately become invalid, and all state agencies must follow the decision thereafter. Controversies over the unconstitutionality of the vaccine pass. Article 37 of the Constitution states that people's freedom and rights can be restricted for the sake of national safety, order maintenance, and public welfare, and yet the essential contents in one's freedom and rights cannot be ever violated. It has become controversial due to the fact whether it excessively violates the freedom and rights of the people, and if it violates the essence of the Constitution in this context. First, people who argue that the vaccine passes are unconstitutional say that the introduction of the vaccine passes is forcing vaccination upon people. While the stability of the COVID-19 vaccine has not been verified, forcing vaccination eventually will become an infringement of basic rights in one's freedom over him herself and general freedom in action. On the other hand, the opposite, who argues that the vaccine passes are not unconstitutional, says that it is not that they would penalize the unvaccinated populations, but it is mere restrictions to restore the health of many citizens. They argue that the vaccine pass is not an infringement of an individual's basic rights, but a limitation of basic rights for the public welfare. With the introduction of the vaccination passes, and it has already been planned to impose certain restrictions on the basic rights of the non-vaccinated citizens, it has brought the attention what decision the Constitutional Court will make along with the introduction of the vaccination passes.